think I'm live. Just spilt my water everywhere. What a great start to the stream. Bear in mind, guys, I might be doing a market close as well, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, make sure to stay tuned for that. Just gonna say that I'm live. But yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. Adam Tomlinson, hi mate, how's it going? I'm good, thanks. How are you? Hi, Aidan. Yeah, no, it's been an interesting time in the market, to be fair, actually, and AMD's having a tough time, which is fine. It needs a cool off. You've got quite a few different stocks having a bit of a cool off, to be honest, and then you've had some stocks that have actually gone green, and obviously Oscar. That went green. It actually went pretty green indeed yesterday. Did I save? I need to learn to bookmark stuff. It's kind of annoying that I don't do that. Typical. Sorry, I'm getting so many notifications. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I haven't actually bought any more Fubo during the dip. I am happy with the position I've got. Like, obviously it is speculative. It's not like all guaranteed, but I did buy a lot on the dip as it went, but I can't really buy anymore because I've run out of cash, which I'll show you in a minute on my stocks and shares ISA. So I've only got like £90 in my cash. So it would be a case of starting a position in my invest account. And I'm just happy with the amount of shares I've got in Fubo. I've got like 2,000 shares. I'd rather just, go into something else. Just trying to get the news for Oscar. It's because I don't save stuff. It's like, that's quite annoying. We'll just use that for now. Sorry, I've not even changed the screen. I haven't done this in a while. So as you can see here, someone's just going over some figures, and this is what I've mentioned in my YouTube video before, and I don't know if anyone's seen the Oscar video that I did, but management guided for $2.25 EPS in 2027 with upside if subsidies are extended. So they've gone off the fact that subsidies aren't going to be extended. But now the 2-year extension is now on the table, hence why Oscar went up 23% yesterday. And this guy here is going off the fact that obviously I did some numbers as well in the video, or especially in the Discord group I did, and I shared with like my audience there of like, if they did hit the $2.25, what would the fair value be? And then we worked that out. But assuming EPS of $2.75, stock is trading 6 times 2027 earnings. So yeah, a 6 PE for a stock is, it's not a lot, is it? Like, what other stocks can you name that trades at 6 PE? Especially in America. So yeah, I think there's just a lot of growth with Oscar personally, and that's why I'm building it up. And even if you have a look at this site where people predict and you see like the percentage chances of if it could happen, Will the ACA premium tax credits be extended this year? 75% chance. Had a massive spike. So yeah, because there is now a potential deal on the cards in December with it. So a lot of people got excited with that, and yeah, that's why Oscar's had a bit of a crazy time with that. But we'll have a look at the portfolio. As you can see here, £174,000 the portfolio is at, and yeah. So people are asking, am I buying any Meta today? I haven't yet. I did get paid today, and I've transferred it into my invest account. So yeah, I'm debating whether to buy more Oscar, even though it's had a big run up. But I'm like, short term, it's hard to say what's going to happen. Because I would like even bigger position in Oscar. Then you've got Meta, which obviously I want another big position in that. I've been tempted to maybe dabble and get a few more shares of Honest and reduce my average. That's another thing. And yeah, there's a few other stocks that I have thought about, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated with it. But if you haven't already, the say I think it's really throwing me off that I've got my screen on the left. Normally I have it on the right, so it's really throwing me off. But yeah, the market's been going up and down, and realistically you could say a bit sideways. And it's interesting when you look at graphs like this on the daily with Palantir. I'm not much of a technical trader. I don't go off things like this too much. I go off more fundamentals and what the finances are saying with the company and what direction, and listening to see the CEO into the calls. But if you look at the technicals, it is interesting to see, because Palantir has obviously had a bit of a downwards turn. A lot of stocks have. If you look at the RSI, if the RSI is touching down here, it suggests it's oversold. And when the MACD, which is this, crosses in a bullish way like this, when it crosses, it normally has an upwards momentum. But when it crosses here, up here, it will normally have a downturn, which it has. So this, in a few weeks' time, looks like it will cross and have an upwards momentum if you go off the daily and the technicals. Same with Oscar, it was oversold. If you look here, it was so oversold down here. As you can see, you can't really see because it's doing that thing. But yeah, if you can see here, it touched right at the bottom where it's classed as oversold and got bought up, and it crossed here on the MACD. And as you can see, it's had a bit of an upwards moment, and it suggests it could end up having a bit longer. So I'll speak about SIPs in a minute as well, guys. And trying to think of another stock that would be SoFi, because that's had a crazy run. Look, that kind of got near to oversold. As you can see here, it got near to overbought here. And then you've got Honest stock is obviously in Meta. That would be a good one. But see, Honest got severely oversold here. As you can see, it went below and it got bought up slowly. When it touched there, it had a bit of a rise of 10% so far. But I think Honest looks like it could have bottomed a bit here. Meta, I think this got oversold. Look at this. On the daily, the MACD's crossing, and it looks like we could be going back to all-time highs there. But obviously, that's technicals. I'm not a massive technical trader. I don't trade at all, but it's just nice to see, like, are we overextended? But on the daily, it looks like we're kind of not. Fear and Greed Index, 14 at the moment. Let's refresh it. Still saying 14. So it says we're in extreme fear, which is interesting. AMD's having actually quite a tough time here. AMD could be one that I might be looking at buying in the invest account, to be fair. Be good if I could get it under $200. But yeah, so a SIP account. I don't have a SIP account at the moment, and I have been thinking about opening up one for a while. But I know Trading 212 have been sorting out. Obviously, it's not been official, but there's been rumours that they could be potentially going into the SIP, opening up SIP accounts. So you'll be able to, in Trading 212, create your own SIP and be able to put money into a SIP. And a SIP is a self-invested person. Wait, sorry, I haven't got that right. A SIP is a self. It's pretty much a self. Oh my god, I can't remember off the top of my head. This is bad. Let me double check what this is. It's pretty much so where you can invest personally. So you can, let's say for instance, you're a freelancer and you're a business owner. Instead of having a usual pension, you would put it into a SIP where you can control the money yourself. So it's a self-invested personal pension. I think that's it. Let me double check that for you. I can't believe I forgot that off the top of my head. That's the problem with streaming. Self-invested personal pension. Yeah, so I did get it right in the end, but that's the thing with streaming. You panic. But yeah, it's really ideal for people that have side hustles or run their own business, and it's just a good tax efficient way to put money away. But then the problem is obviously you can't touch it until, is it the retirement age? I don't know off the top of my head the retirement age, but 60, 65. Might be before, I don't know, but it is kind of locked away. So yes, Johnny, self-invested personal pension. Yeah, I mean, I went blank. My mind went blank then. Yeah, I'm still in Casper. I'm still holding my crypto. Absolutely being killed. My portfolio is $15,000 or $16,000. It's been hit hard. Crypto in general has been hit hard. So yeah, crypto's a crazy one, and a lot of people expected crypto to really explode by now, but it hasn't. So see, this is interesting. On the daily, Casper's been in the dumps, oversold, and then it's been climbing. We'll go back to an actual stock, but yeah, so that's something I've been thinking about. But I'm just waiting to see if Train 212 will come out with it soon, and I think they are. It's just a case of how soon, but yeah, hopefully we can get a better entry price. I know it's more long term, but the invest account I am wanting to get. Well, let's go into it. Let's actually go and look at the invest account. Yeah. So this is the invest account. I've got 1,550 in cash. I put the £1,500 that away. So as soon as I get paid, I put £1,500 a month in, and yeah, I haven't touched or bought any more stocks. Like I said, I'd like to average down on Honest. Yeah, I'd like to average down on Honest, if to be fair. But then I don't want it to be too big of a size of my portfolio, because at the moment I think it's 20% of my portfolio, which is quite high. It is high for how small the market cap is for that stock. But I'd like to increase my Oscar position, but obviously it's had a massive run. The timing of it's tough, because over the weekend I was going to buy some more Oscar when it was obviously where it was. It was actually at my average, which was $13.46. And then that kind of news came out and it just, it skyrocketed. So I was like, the timing of that. But it is what it is. You can't have it all. But Meta, that was climbing today. Yeah, it's still climbing a bit. It would have been nice to have some under $600, but obviously I didn't get paid in time. But I've been averaging every month, so yeah, that's the main thing. And possibly, like I say, I might buy more Meta today or in the next few days. I'm still deciding really, and I'm also deciding, do I want to buy more Honest? I've got a nice position of Honest though, so it's a bit of a, but then also it'd be nice to average down, so I'm in two minds with it. yeah, there's a lot of questions, and it's like PayPal. Do I want to buy some PayPal? Um, there's a lot of stocks that I've got in my head that I'm thinking about, but I also just don't want to have so many stocks where it's hard to keep up. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of people are interested in Duolingo. Is that how you say it? And the financials look good. It does, but a lot of people are worried about this whole AI situation. Of obviously, I've not properly looked into Duolingo, so I can't comment. But and I know a lot of people are bullish on it, but I I just don't know. I don't know because I saw an advert, and how clever AI is at the moment. That it was a completely different company, and you could learn a language and talk to like an AI kind of robot-y thing, and talk in their language, and they'll teach you. And it's just like, yeah, I just worry that there could be other competition coming their way. But obviously, Duolingo seem like they're smashing it. But I don't. Yeah, it's a because actually, when you look at it, the financial, like the revenue growths are crazy, like they are. So, um, total revenue, yeah, it's impressive. It is impressive, but if I look at, oh, I swear I had. Oh, okay. Well, we can't do that then. Um, I thought you could do that on the free option, but I've got 10 shares of Meta at the moment, and obviously yeah, looking to increase that. Oscar seems to be having a bit of a kind of a decent day, 2% on how to earn more money to invest side hustles. Aiden, that's a great question. I would focus on, and what I did was, I've always done what I enjoy. So I've enjoyed doing videography. So I've got a full-time job doing videography and editing, but then I'd also side hustle on the weekends or evenings, or book time off to do a job. So if someone books me in to film a solar install, I'll do it and have to book the time off. Or if I can work out with my workplace, which sometimes are very flexible, is I just work in the evenings. Or so if I have a day job or a job in the morning, I'll push my work back in the evenings to do. So luckily I've got a flexible job, going once a week into the office, and I appreciate it a lot. I know I'm lucky in that sense. Um, so I do that for extra income. Um, and then also the YouTube side of things, the social media, that's been giving me an income. Obviously, you never know how like it's not guaranteed. It's very up and down. You don't know what's going to go on. So I just follow what you enjoy. Like obviously, I was not making money from YouTube or anything like that with until 4 years into doing YouTube. So yeah, only within the last year I've been able to make a bit of money from it. So I'll just follow what you enjoy, to be honest, and it will come. But I think it's really important to make sure you focus on having different income streams, because then, for instance, like when I get paid from a job, that's extra money. So the 1,500 I put in at this month, from my job, which is a guaranteed whatever I do, that's what I put in. And then if I get some jobs, I'll put, obviously you've got to, I actually put away like 40%. So anytime I get a job, I put 40% into my tax pot, and then whatever's left I will put into here, let's say, or a savings account or whatever. So it's just bonus money, really. Oh, ABC, I really appreciate that donation, by the way. £1.99. honestly, I appreciate that a lot. Um, that's mad. You're the second person that's ever donated. It's mental when people do that. No, I really do appreciate it. Adobe's an interesting one. Yes, someone's mentioned that, and I use that every day. So, but there's reasons why I would be a bit not worried, but yeah, I'll tell that in a minute. But do you like Costco or Roblox? I'll be honest, I've not looked into those at all. Um, I don't know if I would get into Costco at all, to be honest. I don't want to be in that type of industry as such. But, God, it's a nightmare when you get messages come through. So let's have a look at the growth on this, though. Revenue growth is strong for Roblox. Let me have a look at... Are they losing money? See, I don't like it when they're... Yeah, they're not... It looks like they're not on their way to being profitable yet. Yeah, it's not good. They're burning quite a lot of cash at the moment. I personally wouldn't even start entertaining to look into it more. Obviously, there could be reasons for it, and there's potential and all that, but they're just the first things that I don't want to bother researching or looking into more because I feel like there's better options out there that are either flipping to become profitable and things like that. It's like a loud bang outside. I keep thinking, what the hell is that? It's like, but same again. It's steady. I know that's like Costco would be, but I mean they're accelerating growth a bit, which is always a good sign. What would that? I'm guessing their share price would have. It's going. Forward PE. Let's see what that is. Okay, doesn't come up. I'll show you this as well. This is a cool little site that it's not mine, but someone it reached out to me and I said, oh, could you add this option like a projections chart, because it's just so handy to have and visualize. Don't take these numbers into account because this isn't right. This is just refreshed from previously. But if let's say you were to do, because we still need to update, there's certain things I want changed on this, but you can change the revenue growths, net income, P ratios, and then you can see where the stock could potentially be going, as you can see here. But Oracle, thank you so much again for a donation, $1.99. I really do appreciate that. Oracle's been getting hit badly. I don't know too much about what's going on exactly, but I think a lot of things got priced into the stock. People are in the unknown of where this is actually going in the direction heading, and there's just not any guidance. There's nothing to go off to see where this actually could be heading. This could be an absolute great opportunity or not. Like there's a lot of uncertainty with Oracle from what I've heard. I don't know much at all, but yeah, I just know there's a lot of uncertainty, and that's why the share price is where it's at. Yeah, I'm not sure on Oracle, and even their PE, even Oracle's PE at this price, isn't it like 48.50, even at the drop it's had. But yeah, but anyway, I want to go on to Oscar quickly. Yeah, so let's say, for instance, Oscar, if we got to their, so for instance, as you can see here, $2.25 EPS is what they're guiding for, and they've stuck with that without the subsidies being extended. Without it, it could be a lot more if the subsidies do get extended. And then they also said 14 billion in revenue in 2027 and having 5% margins. Obviously, that's not net income margins, but if we just use some of that data and got to, this is the problem, I need to be able to edit it individually, so just ignore certain bits to it. But 14 billion, and then they would probably have, so EPS $2.25, wasn't it? Okay, it's $2.24, as you can see here. This isn't out yet. This is not out yet. This what do you call it? Website. So there's a few things I want changing. It's not my website. It's someone else's website. But I just said, can you add in a projections calculator for myself, because it's great for my audience and me. And then you can do like AI reports, like get a report of earnings, and it's quite similar to physical AI. I think I would use both though, because physical AI is really good for financials, but this has got a lot of potential and a lot of options as well. But anyway, let's say they traded at a 20, let's say they traded at a 25 PE, Oscar, and they hit these numbers. This stock in 2027, this isn't financial advice, by the way. This is just going off numbers that they've given. Yeah. And you put those in. There is potential. This could be a $40, $50 stock in 2027. But yeah. And honestly, a projections calculator is very good visually to see for you guys. Yeah, no, Adobe's financials are great. The only thing is with Adobe for me is I use Adobe all the time, but I know a lot of my friends or the people in my industry are going to what's it called, DaVinci Resolve and all that, because it's better price and a better product for them, because there's been a lot of bugs with Adobe and they've just been slack and not updating. Although Adobe's really starting to now update themselves with the AI, and they're really taking advantage of the AIs and making their product better, to be honest. Adobe's actually getting better now. So, but a lot of people had a lot of fears of people moving over to different products and softwares, and also all these AI apps being able to edit simply and do features, and people just scared about all these AI editing apps coming out, and is that going to hurt their growth or lose customers? I think a lot of people have been worried about that. But yeah, the financials for Adobe are good. So it's one of those. I use Photoshop to edit my thumbnails. Yeah, Adobe. But anyway, I'm gonna have to go